interesting tier 3 picks, but it looks like he's just
nesting.
it. Yeah, so he's gonna go for the deck. I believe when he saw Classic Mel play this deck, he was like, "Hey, this is the deck I run."
All right, here we go. A final upper bracket round 1 match between Xiniu and CalixJumi, or CalixJumi if you want to say it with the Spanish accent. And this is a decent mole rush map, ST. And who has moles?
Xinyu does. Oh my gosh, this is...
Yes.
Calix like knows immediately.
Yes.
He is watching Xinyu like a hawk right now.
Exactly. Right, so both players going 6 farms. Right now we have Xinyu is all the way up north playing Archimedes, and then Bellafeed by CalixJumi all the way in the south. And now Xinyu going to go for it. He doesn't
all
have
that matters is that Xinyu thought about it.
He's gonna go for the 1 mole play again. We've seen this before. This is the 1 mole play.
It's not really out of vision.
He sees it
now.
Can't
target it though. He's gonna get the machine gun nest out, maybe?
Yeah, the machine gun nest is gonna die.
Nope, he sells it off, but he still loses some
He lost a lot of food for that. And the mole gets out?
The crafty mole.
It works again. We've seen Shinu do this in the previous tournament, where he builds this single mole in the background, and just gets so much value. He got 53 food, and he's gonna go back, heal it, and then either sell it, or just use it in a push. Oh boy. Calix going pigeon first. The machine gun nest.
What?
Well, against the mole, the pigeon can just heal the pigs forever. But what we haven't talked about is Calix's tier 1 is Toad Pigeon.
Are we watching a computer play?
No, we are watching CalixJumi.
Are we very sure we're not watching a CPU play this game?
No, this is Calix's strat. He's gonna go into snakes probably here.
No.
More machine gun nests, okay.
More machine gun nests. Okay. That's not great against toads.
It works alright though. And now he's gonna go snakes.
Alright, now he's gonna go snakes on the high ground, but...
Called it. But Shinu is gonna go and go for this push, which we have seen before. It's 2 squirrel warrens and 2 toad warrens into a bunch of moles, and then you get the toads detonate on warrens or high value targets.
Like machine gun nests in this case.
Yes. Because Calix's defense is pigs, eventually a snake, and healing. So this is going to be a strong push from Xinyu.
I have my doubts about this, but let's see if Calix can make this work. One snake is about 10 seconds away from being completed, and he's going to put on some falcons for, more tier 2 pressure, but is that timing going to be good for him?
We'll see if these toads can go on.
He's sold off the falcons, and here we go. The moles making their way to the front lines, and they take out the warren. They're going to give their life, taking out the machine gun nest as well, and now the toads going to lay their fire into it, taking out another machine gun nest, taking out 2 farms, taking out another machine gun nest, going to be a 3rd farm.
Strong push from Xinyu. Now, Calix does have some army to fight against this, and Xinyu lost a lot of moles, but taking out 3 farms and a bunch of food worth of machine gun nests and stuff is definitely going to hurt Calix in the near future.
Weirdly enough, Calix has a larger army value just because he has snakes on the battlefield right now.
Yeah, Xinyu is still reinforcing.
Yeah. This is interesting. This is a very interesting match, I have to say so far, but Calix is really behind right now. So much money lost in terms of farm, in terms of warrens. He's going to go to an expansion. You're going to try to increase his territory, give his snake some more healing, try to get some more territory for himself, getting some machine gun nests on the high ground. And Xinyu looks like he's preparing for another attack, waiting for the moles to come up. But by that time, the machine gun nest on the high ground will be making its way through. And Xinyu does not have any high ground vision, so this could be a little bit scary for him to attack into right now. But this is actually being chased at the moment here. They're going to try to retreat behind the machine gun nest, but the toads are going to do the damage. One thing taken out. Machine gun nest also taken out. The second machine gun nest also taken out as well. And they're going to be chasing down this poor little snake here.
Which will take a while because of the pigeons healing it on the move, but it is dead now. Okay, so now that's gonna be game.
The lizards were just doing too much damage. They were following that snake.
So this is where a Q play to chase. Calix is not quite done yet. It looks like he ported to that base and not his other one. So now Xinyu can just follow him.
But
he knows it's there.
North and kill the mole. I don't think pigeon first is a good idea.
Not against Xinyu's style, where he goes.
I don't.
It could have worked in a lot of the previous games that we've seen today, but Xinyu's style is like he goes for this 2 squirrel, 2 toad into moles push unless the enemy base is like really hard to fight into, and it's definitely effective. He kills warrens, he kills farms with the toad explosions. If you saw before the fight happens, I don't know if you paid attention, but he put the moles out in front, then he had the toads right behind it, and then he had the squirrels right behind it, and then just move everything in and then look to focus fire with the squirrels.
Just all that damage from the machine gun nest just like soaked up by those moles, and the toads just had free kills on the farms and all the other structures as well. It's
a really nice little strategy to get it set up.
Calix's gonna go for the same build almost, but he's gonna be Fox this time. No.
Again, his tier 1 is the same.
Yeah,
He's going landmines instead of the 3 tier 2s.
So, okay, I think a while ago it was sort of talked about going like toads only through a tier 1. Sort of the idea is to do as much damage to your opponent as possible with the toads to sort of even out the trade, but does that still work anymore? Because I've not seen anyone run that kind of build.
I don't think I've believed in that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Squirrel toad can work, but... Alright, so this time we have Shinu in the south, still plays Archimedes, and CalixJumi as Belafide in the north. Okay,
and here's the other thing is that this is, again, a pretty good mole rush map that Calix just has to be constantly aware of. There's a good amount of high ground for him that Shinu can take a use of. There's also a back of the map that Shinu can use.
Shinu picks barbed wire. I don't know if he had it last time.
He did have it last time, but he never really needed to use it.
I don't think he's changed his deck.
Nope, not at all. This is his deck. We've seen the Tavalaba deck, we've seen the Xeno deck, and now we have the Shinu deck.
Yeah, it's definitely the style Shinu likes to go for, which is this that we've seen in the last 2 tournaments, where he does this style of push.
It's been a long time since I've seen like Machine Gun Nest first, even though he did sell off for a bit of a fake out, but like...
I think it's fine in this case, because you're a little bit worried about what might be coming. Alright, so we have Toad first against Pigeon first. It's going to be interesting.
Okay, did they just... Well, okay, Shinu will have Squirrel Toads out, so very nice aggressive force coming up for him. And it looks like he'll be going for the same place.
Calix already, okay.
He has the high
these
ground.
landmines are unscouted by Shinu.
Even then, I'm not too worried about it messing up with Shinu's aggression, especially if he's... Well, he sells off his Toads, though. So he is a little worried. He's actually going straight to Owl.
Okay.
I think he did...
Okay.
I'm going to check the vision. He did not scout it, but he probably suspected something's up.
What is Calix's play? He's gonna go Skunks. Okay. Yeah.
I'm
see if Calix makes it. No, he's just gonna poke at the front and not go too far. Shinu go for a lot of barbed wire to cover separate angles of attack. I like the positioning of these. Just, you know, there's like 3 tile gaps and you put the barbed wire in the middle. Easy peasy.
Calix has the pigeons up. He's building an expansion.
Calix is going for a mill. Oh boy, he's feeling safe because he's not seeing any warrens from Xiniu. But when you see no warrens, that's not when you should feel safe.
That's really greedy too.
Owl is 40 seconds away.
Oh my! Calix does not have the army to fend off against mice.
He does definitely not have the army for it. If he goes pigeon tier 2, he kind of has it, but mice still have pretty solid DPS.
And all Shinu has to do is put his owl far away. Let his mice aggro constantly, and this forces Calix to just play super defensively, which is not a position you want to be against an owl deck.
This is, I want to take a brief moment. So while the deck is exactly the same from Xiniu, the strategy is completely different.
Yeah, he did not go moles this time around. He's going to go straight for the owl aggression.
And this is one of those things I really like about Tooth and Tail is you pick a set of tools, but then you can use them in multiple ways. Now Calix will see the owl and think, "Holy shit, that's an owl!"
Hey, how many mines do you think he's gonna put down now?
Not enough because the mice will just kill them. Oh, Xiniu does lose his life, so that buys him some time. And Calix like, "Yeah, let me build some farms."
Boy, what a bad time to not decide to go Fox, honestly.
Yeah, maybe. Calix's army is alive now, like he has his tier 2s and stuff. But this is gonna be rough.
Skunks is not good against his army composition right now. And Xinyu's just laying waste into the Skunks are dead already! And the Toads doing their explosions off from Calix, so they are gonna do some damage.
The squirrels are still alive.
Its way through. The snake poison actually gonna kill off the owl.
Okay,
that's a lot of stats, but now the mice are making their way forward, taking out 2 farms, 3 farms. How much more damage can they do? The snake is still unmolested though in the back of the farm.
Shinu's trying to kill this mill. It's gonna be close. Okay, now okay, his list is pretty close.
He has
Okay, that's gonna be
off. This snake is exposed.
Calix still has economy, but he's not gonna have units very soon. The snake does die. Okay, machine gun nest doing work. All right.
All right.
So Calix somehow isn't out of this game, despite losing 8 farms.
No, he has food, but he lost so much still.
Yeah, that was... Well, if you look at the army value graph, you could say Calix came out ahead.
But Shinu's floating 200 food.
True. So he's just gonna
and
go
he's
for
gonna go put into moles. And
yeah, he's gonna go for the throats.
He's gonna
toads,
try to defend.
There's some toads from Calix.
That machine gun nest in the back could do work, but there's no farms really blocking the damage now anymore, so that is going to be a little bit of a scary situation. The other problem is that Calix has backed himself into a corner.
True. He does have ways out of it. Okay. Shinu,
really.
we're going to hit 5 minutes here.
Well, Shinu is going to hold things off. He was thinking about the mole rush, but instead he's going to...
Yeah, he sold most of them.
Yeah, he's going to go for some toads instead. He saw that Calix's toads actually did a good number of damage to Shinu's own units there, so he wasn't able to actually press even farther along than he would have wanted to. So
I just like how Calix was like cold-blooded. Oh, you have an owl? Let me just get 5 farms. And it's kind of working. Like, army value is still very similar.
He was able to defend at the very least. And that
yeah,
owl...
Calix's income has been better for most of the game.
Wait,
so he still has...
He rebuilt the owl warren because he didn't want his unit supply blocked? What happened?
He sold it a while ago to because he wasn't going to get the owl money anytime soon, and now he sells it again. So now Xinyu's timing is being delayed and delayed and delayed. Yeah, you are right that Calix needs to at some point move out.
Calix has literally recovered. He has 200 food floating right now. He's going to build into as many bases as he can right now to get some more map control, to get himself out of that corner. And Xinu is not going to see this.
Xinyu's been selling and reselling and rebuilding his army. He was 6 squirrels, 12 squirrels for a while, and now he's on 9 squirrels, 6 lizards, and a bunch of toads.
And now he's running a deck that is actually very susceptible to Calix's skunks.
Yeah, okay, so now owl attempt number 3 is coming up here. First one was not very successful, the second one never came, and now the third one.
This is why Calix is just building up defensive left and right. He built 3 machine gun nests right on top of his expansion on the high ground.
Yeah.
And Xinu
positioning isn't the greatest.
He probably has now realized that his timing is way off that he would have wanted.
The problem for Calix is he can't attack into this because of the barbed wire. Just suicide.
Not really, but there is a potential for the ability to starve Xinu out at this point.
Yeah.
Just because of how wonky Xinyu's timing has now become.
Yeah, definitely. Xinu is now locked in a corner, and Calix is like, yeah, let me get these 2 extra bases.
Alright, we still have a match, folks. Calix is not quite out of it yet. He is hanging on. He's hung on by the thread, and now he's fully grasped it and put himself back on the ledge.
Xinu does not have pigeons, so these skunks will eventually just wreck face.
And Xinu doesn't have a good tier 2 option. He's going to go mass squirrels. He sold off his lizards knowing that they're probably just going to dive way too easily to the toads, but even then, that's only 15 squirrels.
There are going to be 2 owls eventually.
Yeah. Xinyu is going to try to reinforce and try to overwhelm with sheer number, but...
Right, so we had a kind of 1 base all-in, now we're going to have another 1 base all-in. And again, if Xinu takes out this first mill from Calix, he's like, yeah, I have another one behind it.
Alright, well, he's thinking of an angle to attack into it, but machine gun nests out in the front, farms and units in the back, not a very healthy thing to
Xinu
attack
does have
into.
this other mill, I guess, which is not the easiest for Calix to attack into. It's possible, until there's barbed wire on the field. Is Calix gonna scout it? Calix should keep running.
Gas on the field, gonna try to chuck them out, but here comes some mice. The toad explosions are gonna go off, however. Gonna be chased, though, into the base by the mice. The skunk will live.
Yeah. You can trade into this, kind of. Okay, now the barbed wire is gonna go up, so now we are gonna have another straight down the middle stalemate kind of game. There's a 3rd owl on the way for Xinu.
Okay, do you remember that? I think it was that one game during the last tournament. I believe it was Jujon. It was
Arbuz versus
Arbuz. Yeah, it was Chip versus Arbuz.
Look at this gas, though.
Mass owls at the very end of the game, and Chip went all lizards, but was not able. It was not enough to defend. Here, I think Calix has what it takes to defend against mass owl. if he
Pretty
keeps building this way.
Pretty much. So many machine gun nests.
I'm just
I do like the machine gun nests over the
unit, but when you have a wall like this, it's...
yeah, look at this one skunk. It's like, no, I don't care.
And so you healed up.
I have a grand total of 3 pigeons, so
hey,
yeah,
pigeon.
owls, come at me. Okay, okay, this is a game.
Alright, Xinyu is going all in on this owl strat though. Another owl going to be placed down, and just... okay. You can see a clear wall. Calix building a wall of machine gun nets and skunks, while Xinyu has a wall of mice and...
oh, he's pulling a mice into his army.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just get those nice early kills. Just make it hard for Xinyu to build up an army.
Shinu sold his toads and is going for lizards instead.
He's going to try to aggressively attack into the opponent, see if he can overwhelm them, but that's a lot of skunk gas he'll be running into.
No, he's just like scouting out what's going on, and now Shinu is going to be on a timer. Calix has more bases, and Shinu can't I see no way for Shinu to get this mill in the middle.
The valley graph is so wonky. Like in the beginning, it looked pretty even.
Oh, we're gonna lose a...
oh my gosh, so much.
Nope, that skunk still lives.
Alive. You know, all Calix really has... Calix has like 6 more pigeons coming in. I don't think there's a way these skunks die easily.
Okay, it was interesting. And Shinu has the income lead, but Calix has had it for a long time.
Backside! Shinu going for a lizard rush here. He's going to see if he can attack into the backside of Calix's farms. How many farms will he be able to take out? 1 farm, 2 farm, 3 farms down.
Okay.
And now he's going to be chasing
and now the mice,
after him.
Okay, no, the lizards are kind of doing weird things.
Oh, well, yeah. The lizard reinforcements, unfortunately, not in the best position, but he does snipe out some farms.
Shinu is going heavily into lizards.
Yeah. He sees this backside over here
that's
pretty exposed.
A lot of lizards. I kind of feel sorry for missing that, but that's a lot of lizards and a lot of mice. So if Calix's skunks are out of position...
here we go. A giant masses of some moles being added into the army right now. Shinyu's going to go all in right now. In the meantime, Calix is scouting out his opponent's farm. He has no idea Shinyu's coming to the backside once again. And now they're going to be taking out 1 mill.
Yeah, but Shinu goes through those mines.
There's a lot of mines on the field, but there's a lot of units that Xinyu has. This is not
enough. The base.
Coming in for the backside. Here come the mice bearing their way into the warrens. One warren down.
The mice detonating the mines is really good for Xinyu. The pigeons are in the front. This is not good. Needs those pigeons alive badly.
He does have the skunk gas coming in very slowly here.
Oh, God.
And they're starting to slowly eat away at Xinyu. Xinyu has to back up out of this corner right now. So much skunk gas on the field right now. And Xinyu even built the mill there just to buy some time here. But Xinyu's going to come back once again, go for another attack here. He's just hanging around on the side.
Okay, so in the end, Calix loses some farms, but it's not that bad. Does get denied that expansion. Now we have 400 against 500 food.
Xinyu's still on the timer though. Calix has the food to rebuild.
I mean, they both have food to rebuild.
He still has
Xinyu's going to try and claim this mill. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only option.
Breaking these MGs
right
is going to be tricky as well.
Alright, he's going to go for it again. Let's see if he can break the line of machine gun nest, but the skunk gas now going to go down. The tunnel explosion also going to go off in the back lines as well.
Doesn't even lose an MG. Just loses some toads.
Oh no, and this is now... Calix is going to do it here. He's going to see if he can attack into it right now. Oh my gosh, trying to attack to the north side, but it's a wall of machine gun nests. He can't do anything. Now he's faced with the wall of gas. He can't do anything there either.
Now, one thing we haven't talked about, how does Calix actually kill owls? He only has 2 snakes.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much if you can choke him out. The pigeons are doing so much shit. I think that snake is still alive. It was being chased by... Here comes the lizard! Oh, I'm seeing it right now, coming into the gas! Let's walking into a line of machine gun nest! Calix only loses 1 skunk! Only 1 skunk is taken out! 2 skunks now! But there's too many units here! There's too much of a chokehold that Calix has!
Now, Calix is out of snakes for a while. Okay, he's building more now. I like this.
Xinyu is trying so hard to attack into his opponent, but Calix has just erected
Calix has no way of killing buildings.
Damage.
Hilarious.
It is pure damage that
skunks are dying to barbed wire. This is bad. Okay, Calix needs to get his skunks out. There's all his pigeons died.
No more pigeons to heal up in the front lines, but 4 skunks lost.
Xinyu's desperately trying to get farms in. Now the problem is, if there's pigs here, then Calix's skunks just... Okay, now, somehow, Calix was making so much offensive pressure that he doesn't have the units, or doesn't have the farms to rebuild his units right now.
Yeah, he only has 3 farms right now. He
so
actually
I think the owls eventually... I guess, yeah, Calix can sell like 1,000,000 MGs.
He is in a very scary situation now.
Oh, picking up
Shinu
bombs
is
from the
somehow
side
bringing
here.
this one
I
back.
like this.
The snake's on the high ground. The snake is
what is
attacking
this
very slowly
game?
from the backside. It's actually
What
well
is this
protected by
game?
this giant cloud of gas. Calix, though, he only has 2 farms. He needs to go and hurry up and build some farms somewhere on the field.
What is this game? Calix is now out of food. Somehow.
He needs to sell off a machine gun nets to build a farm. But that's instead of going to units instead. He has to hold here, but Shinu has infinite units, essentially.
Yeah, but Calix has infinite HP.
Pumping out 5 mice every 10 seconds. Someone
Shinu
is
has
going to
infinite
starve
units. This mill is stacking damage. 3 poison stacks, 4
here.
poison
4 poison
stacks.
stacks. 5 poison
Oh, Shinu on the
stacks.
side picks up a mill with his.
Alright, here we go in the backside. Yes, he does take out with the Lizard Rush. Gonna leave it there for the time being.
Okay, this mill is gonna go down.
His army is just on automatic mode right now. But here comes
Shinu's
Shinu.
also gonna
Come here from the
lose
backside
one
with his
out.
Lizard army. See if you can attack his. Oh, there's too much damage there. Come here for the gas
that
and machine gun
gas.
nets. Doing
Holy
so
hell.
much here right now to Shinu's Lizard army. Not gonna be able to get the flank in needed. But Calix,
Calix.
he is on 1 farm right now. 1 solitary farm.
Shinu is starving first.
Oh no, Shinu has no farm.
Shinu is starving first, so if Calix can hold on here.
He just needs to
Shinu
hold
has
on.
20 seconds
50
to build a
seconds.
farm, but he
What
needs to sell all
what
his
does Shinu
lizards.
do?
He
What
needs
does
to sell
Shinu build?
lizards to build a farm.
Where? On the okay.
He
Will
rebuilt
they
the mill.
try
He rebuilt
again?
the mill. Snake from Calix is gonna go down, which is bad. Calix not paying attention. Oh god. Yeah, and the MGs weren't firing. Okay, Calix lost quite a few units there actually.
He sold off a
What
lot
is
of his
this
army,
game? Shinu can't have this farm. Shinu's gonna die. He doesn't have. Oh no, wait, he does have a farm coming
He
up.
does have
Okay.
2 farms building, but it's 20
Yeah,
seconds.
it's gonna. This one farm is gonna be in time.
Yeah.
But if Calix is single snake, which is out now, and he's gonna have another one, if he can get this on the mill.
Alright, farm is up. And now Calix is starving.
What is? Oh no, Calix is gonna start
Yeah,
losing
he's
his
gonna,
guns.
build
Wait,
a
no.
mill, but it's gonna cost him.
Not
Machine gun. The owls
Quite.
are just sitting in the middle of the gas, but they're too close to
One
the
owl
snake.
down.
But they're doing damage to the skunks now at the very least.
Calix
But
is losing his
Shinu
skunks.
did-
He only has
he
3
lost
left.
2 owls in this entire engagement. Meanwhile, Calix is trying to defend his 1 farm.
Oh, what is this game? I think Shinu has it now because Calix is starving. He needs to build a. Okay, he has a farm building, but it's kind of exposed.
Oh my gosh.
What is happening?
Shinu
Calix
is
needs to
living
keep
on
his units
1 mill.
alive.
Calix needs to snipe this mill somehow. He has the snakes. Can he manage to get close enough? Oh,
Calix
he's
needs
gonna
to
chase
sell-
Shinu. Okay, if he get Shinu's dead.
Okay,
This
and his army is in position.
This is the opportunity. Calix needs to kill this mill now.
He can't lose. He's gonna lose a snake. No, wait, it's getting healed. It's getting healed. It's getting healed. But he's not. He's not hitting the mill. He's not hitting the mill. His snakes are dying.
No mill hits. No more. 1 snake left. 3 skunks
There's another
left.
skunk down. Oh no. Calix is losing his units now. I don't think he can do this anymore.
Meanwhile, Shinu is desperately searching for somewhere to build.
Oh god, there's no more mills left. And there's still 4 hours for Shinu, so I think eventually he will start overrunning this.
Oh shit! Calix selling off another one, but he can't build farms anymore.
What is this game?
Doesn't have enough food. All that food is going to resupply his units.
What is
I think, which
this
is what he probably wants to do instead. But even then,
Calix only ever had 2 snakes for most of the game, which wasn't enough to actually kill things. And now this barbed wire is actually up. There's
like we
barbed
never
wire
talked
blocking.
about the situation in which Calix only has skunks at play. How does he attack into buildings? It was the problem, and
What
this
you
is the
have-
problem right
You
here.
don't expect someone to have only skunks and MGs. It's just not something that happens. Okay, it's gonna
Oh
lose
no,
a snake here.
that snake is getting chased down by the mice. The mice take it down. That's a huge win for Shinu.
It's gonna take out. Okay, not quite killing that skunk. Calix is kind of slowly building up his skunk forces again, but it's very slow.
He's selling
Oh,
out
we
one
might have a
machine gun nest at
20-minute
time.
game here.
Near 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're getting there.
This is.
Okay, Calix
He's
selling
selling
some of his
selling off
mines.
Shinu is
Get some
subsisting
more
on only
units.
owls right now. He has only
Owls
owls.
and barbed wire. Like, the barbed wire can't be killed. And Calix is gonna try and get some farms up here, which I do like. Xiniu moving in again, but no, as long as his mice focus one thing.
What is the situation?
Okay, well,
Neither, it's like neither of them can really attack into each other right now. It's this,
Yep.
the weirdest of stalemates at the moment.
so did you watch StarCraft 2 during the ZVZ Broodlord versus Broodlord era?
I did not.
Well, this is kind of it. You have like two flocks of broodlords shooting broodlings at each other until one player sacrifices enough economy to build nothing but corruptors, and then tries and all-ins with that.
Okay,
but no one wants to do that because then that's an all-in. Oh,
he's gonna attack to the wall. He has the vision to attack to the trees.
But he can't hit the mill. He hits a pig though.
He's gonna hit
fine.
the pig.
Loses a snake. That's not good.
Alright, the
Might
Meister
lose an
attacks the
MG.
back.
Loses an MG.
One machine gun nest down.
Calix's pigeons are not in a great spot.
Oh,
the
Calix
pig
is trying
also
so
lived.
hard to micro the snake around to do some damage.
Calix's pig survived.
He did. Not enough poison stacks on it.
Okay,
There we go. Another poison
that's
stack
gonna
on there.
die. Okay, that's a dead
You
thing.
can't attack into that though. There's a wall literally blocking people.
Pigeons, please.
Oh my god. How many?
Okay.
6 stacks of healing is enough!
Oh, that skunk dropped to 1 HP like 3 times.
6 stacks of healing! The pigeons are working overtime and nothing can kill the pigeons! Nothing's killing the pigeons
But as long
either!
as the owls don't die, which, by the way, Xiniu is building a 6th one, as long as the owls don't die, it's fine.
Here's the problem. Shinu is essentially attacking 5 units every 10 seconds. That's not enough units! He's not allowing his owls to actually build up units to attack into this.
Snake! Okay, snake gets out. And the pigeons are like completely free for Calix, so he's never going to use those.
Okay, he's moving the owls. He wants to move the theater of war, but it's not going to be too much. He wants to try to take out the machine gun nest in the north side, but now all Calix has to do is move his own units south. In the meanwhile, take a look at the farm count. Calix currently has 4 farms. Shinu only on 2.
Yep. It's well, once these skunks run out of ammunition, maybe.
What? This guy. That snake though, on the front lines, but it's being healed by 6 stacks of healing once again. CalixJumi's still alive, and Xiniu trying to find a way back. He's putting down moles to the south side. He's on his
it's
barbed wire. Never mind. Also barbed wire. He's just protecting the south side as much as he can right now. But what is this? The stalemate still going on?
Yeah. The Calix has no way to break barbed wire, and Xiniu has no way to kill pigeons.
I don't. And now Calix is bringing out 4 snakes into the party. This actually could be the game-deciding moment.
Yeah, if these snakes get into a good position and they start hitting the mill, then I think Xiniu is gonna end up losing.
Oh my! For a moment, I thought we were about to like hear the sound of silence, but nope. Back into this is trench warfare at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
Xiniu isn't home. Okay, he's trying to get his mill.
That snake is a little bit low on health. Xinu's on the backside. He's gonna get a mill, but Calix does have the snakes there, and it's gonna tag it, and that's gonna be the end of Xinu. Xinu's not gonna be able to do anything there. Xinu's also tag up.
Oh, his snakes are out of. Yeah, Calix's snakes aren't there.
Yeah.
But these skunks aren't dying because Calix has 8 again.
He has nothing to attack pigeons. So the pigeons just can't
loses a skunk, but it's not an issue now.
Xinu's actually getting pushed back now.
Owl? No, he does not lose an owl. Okay.
So it's technically a win. He needs to build another farm. He has 200 food floating, but he can't build the farms too close or else they get choked out by the gas.
What is this? Calix is building MGs again.
He's been able to get money back enough to build MGs. He's slowly building up his farm on that one base he has. It's been unmolested for the majority of his entire engagement. And now Calix, he's just going to ignore the barbed wire. He's going to... Oh, well, okay. He's not going to go there right now.
He's just denying Xiniu his last farm.
Okay, well, Xiniu is still holding on. Both sides holding about almost 200 food right now. Xinu's trying to break his way through.
Okay, Xiniu, he knows he needs to try and win it.
He's trying to get the mice in from owl bombs.
He knows he needs to do this, but it's not going to work because there's too much gas, and that's going to be it.
Oh my gosh, Xiniu just calls it. I think he wanted to go for this final play, but...
There's no way.
That was an amazing match, I have to say.
That's 23 minutes.
The most repetitive match ever.
Kind of, yeah. But
1-1, ladies and gentlemen. We still have about 3 more games to go.
Well, okay. I will tell the players that they can take a minute break if they need to.
Oh, well, I don't know what just.
Whew. That was a game.
That was like one of those moments that you think about, you theorize like what happened if 2 armies can't really kill each other? What happens in that situation?
Well, this happened. You wait 23 minutes until all the farms run out.
Like, kudos on Calix for keeping a strong defense there, because Xiniu was just trying his hardest to poke his way through, trying his hardest with the lizards, but man alive, that was a World 1 battlefield if I've ever seen any.
Well.
Like, maybe run a real deck so you don't.
Alright, no break, because let's face it, the last game kind of was the same for the last 15 minutes. So we have, again, Shinu in the south, and CalixJumi with all the buildings, all the mills in the world, in the north.
The game's like, no, screw this, you're not going to do that kind of match again. No. Do not ever.
Shinu going for the same deck, except he has ferrets instead of lizards. And Calix is doing complete. It's like now for something completely different.
Toad pigeons for his first deck, he won with it. Oh my god.
Well.
We can't.
Still, like, Shinu's gonna go for a cheeky mole here, I think.
Probably, yeah, there it is. And
Calix doesn't know.
But that mole is not gonna be aggressive anytime soon. It's too far away to attack.
It's gonna come right now.
Yep, here it comes, but will it be enough? Oh, Calix just ignores it completely. He does not realize the mole is there.
Yeah, he doesn't know it's there.
Alright, here we go.
Shinu's gonna try and snipe the building farm for that crit damage, and it's gonna kill it.
Sells it off in time and kills off the mole, so not too much loss.
Even losses, basically. Shinu does have the extra farm going already, because that is a little bit of a win for him.
Alright, and he's gonna get some more units on the field. He's gonna go for...
But now Calix is gonna go for 8 farms sooner, and is gonna have lizards up already, but then Shinu is gonna have toads, so we'll have to see what actually happens.
It's both sides. It's pretty even still right now. With Shinu pulling up slightly ahead with that play, but hey, let's take a look at Calix's deck. That's a double tier 3 deck.
Yeah, that's that's a throwback to when buildings were bad, which was a time about a year and a half ago. Nobody really used them except for Deadbones who had sniper balloons. Yeah, we'll see what Calix will do. He has a lot of options in terms of army composition.
I mean, if this was a game where he could do that, this is probably the map to do it. There's so many mills around that he can take advantage of to get the economy needed to build tier 3s.
But he still has to worry about this, the push we've seen from Xiniu. He's not going to go for it this game. Unless he kills off
Xiniu and goes for a free snipe.
Yeah, is it going to be 3 though?
Is that a farm?
I guess.
Can you get a farm? Can you get a farm? That's a farm.
Gets a farm, but loses all of his lizards for it. Yeah.
He has the squirrels in the front line though, but he's going to pull them back now.
Yeah. I guess by the time Shinu gets to... Oh wait, Calix is going to turn back. Ooh, this isn't good.
Ooh, he kills off the squirrel first. Focus firing, doing its work right now. Taking out the lizard.
This is not good for Calix. Calix has no more units. Okay, but Shinu is just going to pull back.
He's a little scared, but right now he has a ferret online. He has no pigeons though.
No high ground vision, but there's enough. Yeah, it's gonna be tricky actually for Shinu to get vision.
And there's space for his commander to move around to act as the vision needed for the ferret.
Yeah, it's there, I guess.
And look at this road here to the south side as well. That's a pretty good stretch of road to work with. Alright,
so the ferrets are spotted by Calix now. Calix is going for skunks in the background.
So this is the sort of thing I'm a little worried about. Shinu had to sell off his toads in order to build that ferret, but Calix has the lizards still at the ready here, so these ferrets can be pretty exposed if he's not careful with them. Only one toad.
Oh, Shinu's gonna sell his ferret.
Oh my god.
No wait, he sold a squirrel warren? Yeah, he sold a squirrel warren to go for owl. Yeah. Nearly. Okay, he does lose a farm for it actually.
Calix knows it's there.
Yeah.
He knows the tier 3 is coming.
And he's gonna go... Oh, he doesn't have pigeons this time though, for Calix, so that's kind of bad. That means the owl, like, just permanently killing mice is not gonna work out in his favor.
But there's a window here for Calix to attack into it, as the owl's still building. And Calix has the skunks at the ready.
Calix does have the army to sort of pressure Xiniu heavily here. Because this barbed wire is not gonna keep doing it.
He doesn't have the pigeons, but he has the falcons.
Yeah, pokes a hole in the barbed wire, but really good toad detonation from Xiniu.
Alright, here we go. Laying down some gas on the field though, trying to shut them out.
Skunks.
The ferret is doing some good damage to the units at the moment. Meanwhile, Barb
does lose a skunk.
Also doing damage. They're gonna be choked out by the gas. Xiniu has to be a little bit careful, but he does kill
owl
off
is
the
not
skunk.
coming up. This has delayed the owl because Xinu's army was dying.
Oh, but here comes the falcon. Is there enough damage on Shinu to break through and kill the Falcon?
There's not a lot of focus fire. That's gonna be the Falcon dying very soon. Okay.
Pretty scary. He does lose the Falcon though.
What in the world? Shinu still has the army value lead.
And he has a lot of food still to work with.
Yeah, because he sold his owl. His owl timing is not going to work because Calix's pressure forced Shinu to build things, have his army replenished.
Calix sold off the skunks to build a
and now he's going Fox. Ooh, I like this from Calix.
That is some good reads coming up from Calix. Meanwhile, he's going to bring
do we have
west. Shinu going to make his way to the north though with his army.
He's going to start poking up with these ferrets.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Shinu needs to get back to the base. He's going to see if he can attack the mill. He's attacking Wars first. This is a free base for Calix. That's game. Shinu's not going to be able to get there fast enough.
Well, Blizzard, that's it.
Game.
Woo! Definitely using the open map there.
You cannot leave your base unprotected like that, and that is how you Lizard Rush, basically.
That is nicely played from Calix.
Very good read of the situation. Saw Shinu moving his way up north and attacking the Warren, so this is just a free opening for Calix to attack with his large lizard army. And Shinu is going all tier 1s.
Okay.
And
it
Calix
does give you flexibility.
He's going back with Calix. No, what? Calix, why? He's going to Pigeon Toad.
He's like, I'm up one game.
I'll
go Pigeon Toad into Fox. That's fine. Right, so we have Shinu in the south or the west, as Archimedes, and CalixJumi all the way in the north as Bellafield, or once more. Yeah.
What's the plan here? Early Fox Rush?
I don't know, this is why I love Calix. He does something new every game, and he's actually a good player. We'll have to see. 6 farm gonna be the play from both players here.
So no early Warren coming out from Xiniu. This is interesting, actually.
He's gonna go early mole again, probably.
Right, but Calix has the vision, and I think he's in range.
But what does he do against it? Sells a farm, which and then
Xiniu sells the mole.
Okay, that's fair for Calix actually.
And Calix just goes on to the 7th farm.
But Xiniu is gonna go double lizard.
Mines are all going to be on the field though for Calix.
Pigeon first against double lizards.
Yeah, Pigeon's also in the background, so Pigeon first again.
Xinu's angle of attack isn't the greatest here though. He doesn't have that much space to work with, and he is on 6 farms, so if somehow Calix pulls this through, the barbed wire, I like the barbed wire too.
He's bringing 2 lizards to the battlefield.
There's the mine, loses the lizard for it, so that's good for Calix. He needs time. Above else, he needs time. Is Shinu gonna pull back? Yeah, he's gonna pull back and build farms. So now Calix can do more things. Okay, so he sells his barbed wire to get an MG nest. That's good. Shinu can still run around it. But it looks like Shinu, he's gonna sell his 1 lizard war and get ferrets instead. I like this. Because he's only seen pigeons, he knows Calix cannot attack whatsoever.
So what does Calix do? Does he rush Fox now? Looks like he's saving up the food for it.
He needs to get some minimal defense and then rush Fox. He doesn't feel entirely safe, so he's going to add in some mines and some MGs. But the problem is, Shinu has these ferrets.
Full defense here. I don't know about that, Calix.
Yeah, he needs the Fox ASAP, because the ferrets will...
Shinu will burrow out, so this is a good opportunity for Calix.
So now the Fox Warren is going to get started, but by the time the first ferret is attacking, Fox will still be far from done.
Now, here's a weird situation that Calix could put himself in, is that he can't attack the mills quite effectively. He only has 1 Warren of Toads at the moment. He'll probably have more in the future, but what does he kill mills with? If he ever gets that situation where Shinu won't tap out.
True. Well, every minute or every second that Shinu waits now is really bad for him, because that Fox is going to start building very soon. And Shinu has no answer for it.
Alright, well, here comes the army making its way up forward, but Shinu sold off his lizard, so the barbed wire is here to stay.
Alright, Fox is 40 seconds away. Calix will eventually lose some farms, but it's not the biggest deal. Oh, I wouldn't have sold it. Ninja Pig? Oh, Ninja Pig. Okay. It's gonna be...
Shinu sees a tier 3. He is like, He's gonna try to put down as much pressure as he can, putting the moles onto the battlefield, seeing if he can try to starve out
the pigs are
as fast as
being...
possible.
Ooh, I like this.
Healing up the pigs. And now the Toads making their way into the battlefield. 2 explosions do go off, so a bit of damage on Xinyu's side.
Another farm
He does have the
picked
moles
off.
at the ready, and the moles trying to make their way to the Warrens, to the mill. It is going to take out a machine gun nest. That Fox still has 5 seconds to build.
Fox is not alive
Xinyu's
yet.
trying to make his way over there, trying to kill it
Ooh,
off.
it's gonna be
Can
close.
he do it?
Yeah, he's gonna get it.
Oh, he kills
That's
it off! The Fox
That's
is
it.
gone!
Calix is out. So that's
2 and 2.
2 and 2, yeah. Going to game 5. Oh boy, that timing was really close. That was just
Yeah,
a few seconds.
He read the situation perfectly, trying to put the pressure on with the moles, and he put his fair on the backside. And Calix, what does Calix do to defend against that? Honestly,
He had to get his Fox out.
not yet. Yeah, he almost had the Fox up.
It just like 3 seconds. He probably would have still lost a lot, but that was really, really close.
All right, good reads from Xinyu. A bit of luck on his side as well, but he's going to be able to do some damage. And Xinyu going to stock up with a snake, just in case he has to do this again. And he will have to do this again. Although this time, Calix actually does have an aggressive unit. This time in the form of
He has the lizards.
lizard. All right. I like this one a little bit better. We have Calix to the south side, Xinyu to the north on the tier 3 high ground. Both sides on some high ground here, and some good amount of Warrens in the middle to work with. I am frazzled right now, honestly. This set.
We've had so many long games already today. Oof.
This set. We're only in the first round of winners, mind you.
Yeah. It's the last game of it, so at least it's only taken about 2.5 hours by the end of it, so that's fine.
Who would have expected Owl versus Skunk machine gun nest?
CalixJumi.
We did not see that 23-minute game coming in. And that was only game 2.
We did not. Alright, well, it's going to be 7 farms from Shinu. Calix built this first barbed wire just in case, but...
6 farm barbed wire? Okay.
It's whatever. It's only 20 food, it doesn't delay you that much.
And you just sell it off to buy some... Oh, well, he does sell off something. Then he'll start building off his units first. And it's going to be Pigeon first again.
And Xinyu is going to go tier 2 first, but I don't know which one. It's going to be snakes.
Snake.
So probably Snake Pigeon from Xinyu?
Maybe?
If I had to
It'll
guess.
give him the vision needed. I'm sort of surprised he's not going Ferret first, to be honest, but...
Ferret first is really bad.
It is, but... I mean, look at the build that Calix is going with.
But you can't expect your opponent to go Pigeon first, even though he's done it in 3 games in this best of 5.
If you play
can't
this many
expect it.
games against CalixJumi, you better
So he's
start
switching it up.
these-
He's switching it up.
Okay,
He's going lizards.
triple tier 3, tier 1 lizards. Okay.
And this is going to do really well against the Snake Pigeon.
All right.
If Xinyu gets caught out on the map with this. It's strong defensively still for Xin. Xinyu.
The one thing I am worried about though is if those snakes do get enough poison stacks, they can actually demolish the lizard army pretty quickly here.
Yeah, but with only 2 snakes, bit of a red plug, but we're fine.
Moles coming out right now for
Sold the
Xinyu as well as for defense.
pigeons. And now
And
rebuilds them,
Calix
so he
going
just
to
wants to
go
get
for-
that mole, I guess.
Well, Calix, he was going for an expansion, but decides against it.
Go
So it
more
goes for
lizard
some more
warrens.
tier 1s.
Xinyu
More
does not
lizards.
have toads. Something
He
we
does
haven't
not.
mentioned. He does not have toads this game. Xinyu's indecisive. He's building, rebuilding warrens, selling things, rebuilding them. This means his army value is going to be lagging behind. It's
He
okay
still has
in
a
the
head though
graph.
because he has the
It's-
snakes on the field.
It's on the graph, but in terms of the actual units, it's not that much. Well, we'll have to see how it plays out. Calix is going to grab a base. Okay.
All right, here
Fairly
we go.
forward position.
That's something. Both sides posturing themselves here. At the ready, here they go. First
moving
attacks
forward.
going in right now, and all
Leaning up the
lizards
lizards.
are going to be
Yeah,
back.
she's gonna run
Snakes
this
are
over.
surrounded. Snakes are surrounded. Lizards are surrounded. Warrens are surrounded. Too many lizards for Shinu to work with. His indecisiveness has costed him his army
Yeah,
value. He has
doesn't
not
have the
enough units
to
on the
fight
field to defend.
Calix is kind of not really focus firing too much right. Okay, he's going for the warrens first.
Oh my god, he has no units. He has 1 mole and it's gone.
Okay,
That's it,
Xinyu
that's
has
game.
300 food. Yeah, there's no
Calix
way Xinyu
takes
can
it.
fight us.
3-2. He's gonna be trying for a last-ditch effort here with the 4 moles, but the
No, he
lizards
has
are
no
already making their
warrens.
way. He's
Calix
trying
can
his
just keep
hardest.
streaming in.
Oh my god, he's losing.
Okay.
That's it, that's game. CalixJumi hangs on and moves on with a 3-2 victory against Xinyu.
So I believe it was Xinyu took the first game, then it was Calix